Yeah.
On average per year, how many kids would you say get injured by the power tools?
I can tell you on average 0 kids per year. We have, in the 15 years of tinkering school, we have never had a student injured by the power tools that wasn't like setting something down and bruising their finger, or someone accidentally put a screw in the webbing of their thumb because of how they were holding it, but that was just a Band-Aid. But all the operations with the chop saw, all the materials, we've never had a go to the hospital moment for any of those. We have used a lot of Band-Aids, but mostly from kids playing tag during break time.
Right.
Most of our injuries come from kids running around screaming.
Exactly.
I'll go to a school called Forest School, and we basically play all day, but sometimes we'll be making stuff. Like we make swings out of sticks and swings out of logs and rope, and we every summer we do like little experiments like with the magnifying glass. Actually do that with leaves to start our bonfire.
Yeah.
And
why people who have to sometimes survive in the woods, or that teach survival courses for, if you know, like bush pilots. I used to live in British Columbia, and one of our family friends was a bush pilot. And so he was very well trained in survival. And one of the things he carried in his little flight suit was a magnifying glass, because he knew that if he lost his matches, or the matches got wet, or the lighter got broken or ran out of fuel, he could always, if there was sunshine, he could start a fire. So that was his, he always had that and a pocket knife. And so that's one of the questions I asked. Does anybody have a pocket knife?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
found that was
don't
much more
imagine
fun.
though. Oh, I don't think anyone else would have one, eh, guys? No one else is jumping in?
I mean, little nobody.
Yeah.
And my second question was,
Yeah.
have you, in any of your projects, have you ever ended up using a water pump?
A water pump. So we had a project a few years ago, which was a big kind of chain reaction machine. You know, like one thing would swing in and that would knock a lever, and that would let it all go. Yeah.
Like a Rube Goldberg machine?
Like a Rube Goldberg machine. One of the things we did as a challenge to ourselves was to try and make a Rube Goldberg machine that ran on water. So there was a pump constantly filling up at one end, and when that bucket would get full, it would tip over and water would run out of it, and that water would get caught by something else and swing over, and the water would pour out into another thing. And so it was a series of, and every time a little bit of water would get spilled, and so the amount of water we had to work with at the end of the machine was like just a tiny little teacup worth. What started as a bucket full was down to a teacup. So that was the only time we've used a water pump.
Cool. I just wanted to know because my dad bought me a water pump to like tinker with, like to make try to make a fountain. But
yeah,
but it didn't come with a tube, so we're trying to find one in the store.
That'll be a fun tinkering project.
For sure.